2025 isn't just serving up more zombie flicks, it's dropping a full-blown wave of post-apocalyptic madness. We're talking snow-packed survival, gritty martial arts, chilling horror, and even twisted Nazi experiments. These movies aren't just thrill rides, they hit deep with themes of fear, trust, and what's left when the world falls apart. If you're into fast-moving zombies, shattered worlds, and the darker side of humanity, this list is made for you.
Okay? I promise you.
Number 1. Uncontained. Imagine waking up buried under snow. No memories, no idea who you are, just silence, cold, and the end of the world. Uncontained 2025 drops us into a haunting, post-apocalyptic tale where a man finds himself stranded in a remote, snow-covered cabin. Inside, he meets two kids, Jack and Brooke, surviving on their own and hiding from a mysterious plague that's wiped out the world outside. But this isn't your usual zombie outbreak. The infected look normal until they don't. Every day becomes a test of trust, survival, and the creeping fear of turning. When a hostile militia rolls in, looking for their own, the cabin becomes a pressure cooker of suspicion and danger. With icy woods all around and no one to count on, Uncontained blends horror with deep emotional drama. It's not about jump scares, it's about the kind of fear that cuts deep, the fear of being truly alone, and discovering that the worst monsters might still be human. Number 2. Woken. You wake up on a deserted island, no memory of who you are, and a man you don't recognize says he's your husband. That's how Woken, a chilling sci-fi thriller set in 2025, kicks off. Anna, the main character, is pregnant and surrounded by people who say they want to help, but nothing feels right. A mysterious pandemic looms in the background. The outside world seems to have vanished, and unsettling visitors and procedures only raise more red flags. Day by day, Anna realizes she's not in a safe place. She's in a lab, and she might be more than just a patient. Maybe humanity's last hope, or just another test subject. Woken pulls you into a dark, psychological nightmare, blurring the lines between trust, freedom, and control. If you're into oppressive atmospheres and mind-bending thrillers with a dystopian edge, this one's a must-watch. Number 3. Ziam. What would you do if the hospital your loved one was in got overrun by zombies? Ziam is a 2025 Thai action horror thriller that drops you straight into that chaos. Singh, a retired Muay Thai champ, just wants a quiet life with Ren, a local clinic doctor. But when a zombie outbreak explodes and the hospital turns into a blood-soaked trap, Singh doesn't grab a weapon. He becomes one. With nothing but his fists, he battles through wave after wave of the undead, like he's back in the ring. Except this time, it's for survival. Every punch isn't just for himself, but also for a young boy he picks up along the way. Ziam is a savage, adrenaline-pumping blend of martial arts and horror. Stylish, brutal, and emotional, it reminds us that sometimes heart and courage are all you've got when the world turns into hell.
Without order, there's only chaos.
Number 4. Forgive Us All. When the world falls apart, who do you become? Forgive Us All 2025 is a haunting blend of horror and western, wrapped around the story of Rory, a grieving young woman hiding out in a remote mountain cabin. After a brutal plague turns people into savage, flesh-hungry monsters, she's chosen isolation over chaos. But her fragile peace shatters when an injured stranger shows up, claiming to know of a safe haven and a group helping survivors. He promises hope, but can she believe him? Or is this just another trap in a world where trust gets you killed? This isn't just a horror film, it's a gut-wrenching tale about grief, survival, and a mother's desperate fight to stop running. Forgive Us All is raw, emotional, and terrifying in a way that feels deeply human. The kind of story that sticks with you long after the credits roll. Number 5. Zombies of the Third Reich. You think you're on a routine mission until you step into a Nazi bunker crawling with corpses that aren't exactly dead. Set in the final days of World War II, Zombies of the Third Reich 2025 follows a squad of Allied commandos sent to uncover intel on a rumored Nazi nuclear program. But instead of blueprints, they find a horror show. Genetically engineered zombie soldiers, built by the twisted minds of Third Reich scientists. These things are fast, vicious, fearless, and now the mission isn't about stopping the war. It's about surviving surviving the night without becoming one of them. Brutal, bloody, and packed with non-stop action, this film delivers a wicked blend of war drama and horror that'll keep adrenaline junkies and zombie fans hooked from start to finish. Number 6. After Impact. What if everything you knew vanished overnight? After Impact 2025 is a quiet, soul-stirring, post-apocalyptic drama from New Zealand that skips the explosions and monsters and instead focuses on what really matters: life after the end. Ethan, the main character, loses his family in a global disaster and ends up with nothing but an old, abandoned greenhouse. There, in that silent space, he begins to rebuild, not just the crops, but himself. As he crosses paths with other survivors, Connor and Jesse, he realizes survival isn't just about staying alive, it's about connection, healing, and finding something to believe in again. After Impact doesn't yell, it whispers, but those whispers hit hard. It's a film that explores grief, resilience, and the quiet strength it takes to keep going when everything else is gone. This is 2025 soaked in blood, chaos, and brutal truth. Which of these apocalyptic tales hit you hardest? Drop your pick in the comments, and if you're craving more end-of-the-world journeys, don't forget to subscribe.